It is really great to be back in beautiful Cyprus. This is my 4th visit as President of the European Parliament. I'm from the Mediterranean as well, and every time I come here, I must say I really feel like I'm coming home. And it wasn't that long ago where I was sitting in the seats where you are sitting today. And I remember sitting through a lot of talks like this and a lot of speeches like this, and being told, yes, you have good ideas now, but wait until you grow a little bit, you are in the future going to be listened to. And I remember being a little bit like, okay, here we go again, nobody wants to listen to us now, they want to wait until we grow up. And I remember thinking, we are the present, and we have ideas now. Now, looking back to those days, I think I realize and I actually understand what was meant, because I've seen it. I've seen what young people can do when they step up. I've seen what young people can do when they speak out and when you shape the world around you. I've seen young people change the world. Now, Europe is not just something that you learn in school, in class, or even in debates and question and answer sessions we will have today. Europe is a living, breathing project. We say it every year on the 9th of May, and then we sort of forget and say it again on the 9th of May the year after. But what I would like, and I need you to help me do that, is that you live and breathe Europe every day. Europe was built by people who refused to settle for the way things are, for the way things always are or always were. It has always been about looking ahead, not looking back. But Europe only works when each new generation takes it forward. And that's where you come in. And that's something that President Christodoulidis and I have been talking about ever since I took up this position and the responsibility that comes with it. Now, Europe and Cyprus need your energy, your ideas, your honesty, your boldness, not just to fix what isn't working, but to reimagine what is possible. I first got involved in politics at a time when my country was in the middle of an extremely divisive debate, country split right down the middle, as to whether we would join the European Union or not. We celebrated 21 years last week. And I remember thinking, I have a choice as a young woman. I'm either going to let someone else make the discussions for me, or I'm going to enter it myself. And I remember asking my friends, and asked them, are you going to come with me and join me in this fight? Because this is an existential fight. And for us, young people, there is no other choice except to join the European Union. If you come from an island, in the Mediterranean, in the south of Europe, where else do you want us to go? A lot of my friends told me, don't worry, Roberta, you can do it by yourself. We'll support you along the way. And this is where we are now. The young people prevailed. It was an extremely tight result. But instead of moaning, I got up and I actually did something about it, because I cared. And I knew that what I was going to do will be beneficial for whoever comes after me. And I know you care too. I've met some of you. I see some familiar faces in some discussions I've had at our European Parliament office here. You care about your future. You care about your education. You care about finding a job that means something. You care about being able to afford a home. I know you care about climate. I know you care about peace in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and the future of Cyprus. And that is why we are here today, not just for you to listen to me, but for me and Nikos and the colleagues to listen to you and to have a dynamic debate, to make sure that your voices shape every single decision that we take in the European Parliament. It's not far away. It's here. Your members are here. Talk to them. Hold them accountable. Keep them responsible. They have responsibility towards you because you voted for them last year. To make sure that when we work together, we reimagine Europe together. How best we can take it forward so that Europe works for you and not the other way around. And Europe works and addresses the issues that you care deeply about. Now, I know that many of you carry family stories that are shaped by the terrible conflicts that this beautiful island has seen. And I know how deeply you all care about Cyprus. But every time I meet young Cypriots, I see a generation that wants to work for resolution, that wants to move forward. And that is exactly what Europe is about, because your challenges are Europe's challenges and your hopes are Europe's hopes. Cyprus is not at the edge of our union, it's at the centre of it. We like to say it in the Mediterranean, that we're the centre of the universe, but it's true. And I want you to know you can count on Europe because you are Europe. And I know that we can count on you. President Christodoulidis and I meet quite often. We meet in Brussels, we meet in different fora, and there is not one moment when he does not work tirelessly for this country. And my commitment to him, to his ministers, to his government, to his parliament, everyone here, our members of the European Parliament, and to you, is that Europe will always support Cyprus on its path to reunification within the UN framework, through dialogue, through diplomacy, through joint steps walked together. Every 9th of May, we come together and we say that this European Union of ours was born out of the ashes of war. It was built to bring people together, not to push them apart. And let me tell you, we will never give up on that mission. I have always been, and I will always be, an optimist. I think in politics you have to be. But looking at you all, that fundamental belief is fully reaffirmed. A few years ago, I met two young boys, men, from Famagusta in the European Parliament. And they stood in the European Parliament and they spoke about peace, they spoke about unity, and they spoke about hope. I will never forget them. Because in that moment, they showed me exactly what's possible when young people push ideas forward. Stella, you were with me at that meeting. And that's what I see today. I see a generation that is smart, that is determined, and that is full of ideas. In a nation that is leading in Europe, shaping debates and being an anchor for all of us, especially during the 6 months where you take the helm, where all the decisions will be made and led by you. And we will look to you for that leadership. So, yes, when I say you are the future of Europe, I really mean every single word. And that means speak up. That means stay curious, get involved, ask questions, vote, organize yourselves, run for elections. We need to see more young people running for elections. Have the courage to put your name on the ballot paper. I didn't get elected the first time that I ran. I didn't get elected the second time that I ran. Today, every time I see a young person, I say, you learn. Even if you don't get elected the first time, you will get elected if you're committed. And then once you get elected, people will trust you. And then you are accountable to them. And then you are before them for re-election, and people will trust you again. That is what I would like the next chapter of Europe's history to be written about. It is also your job, not only mine, not only my colleagues. Please ask anything you want to us. I came here to listen. Over to you. So I'm not the moderator, actually. I'm used to chairing the Parliament, that I can moderate myself, but I won't moderate myself today. So thank you very much.